All right. Hey.
Hey, Rob.
Behind me is our Incred-I-Box, and we're going to go over a few more measurements today. So you guys, there's been a lot of questions about, hey, where's this at, where's that? And we've done a few videos. We've pointed out a lot of things. So I'm going to go over more of a detail. And you know what I'll do, Amanda? I'll put an actual drawing on our website.
Okay.
Okay? Of showing where the windows are, what's the height of everything, so you can reference on the website.
Okay.
I didn't think of that before. Just too many things going on around here.
That's okay.
Yeah. So I love what we've done here. I hope you guys will love. We've got close to 90 orders for our Incred-I-Box, and is behind us, man, to show us this massive, mammoth building going on.
It is. I mean, it's almost done.
Yeah, we got 90 more feet.
90 more feet.
90 more feet. So there's 3 more wall sections.
Wow.
We'll go onto that thing.
That's cool.
It just,
yeah, no, that's
I
cool.
look at it and I'm like, whoa, this looks like the Noah's Ark.
Oh my God, it's like, so huge.
God,
I know.
Man.
That's cool. And Tom's been running that well, over the weekend and everything, you and him.
Oh yeah, we've been working 7 days for the last 3 weeks, you know. And that's fine. We're trying to, we got to get it done. We had a delay, if you will. And but I think we're only about 2-3 weeks behind.
Yeah.
Then we
it's
get
not
done.
bad.
So we were going to be done today with our factory. We were delayed. So I'm thinking about 3 weeks we'll be completely done. We got the power coming on. We got all this. The building's being completely done as we move down. All right. So Incred-I-Box. Let's take a couple measurements. Most of it's on the inside. We can, show you where the bathroom is, windows are. The door is going to move over another 6 inches. I'll tell you where that's going to be. Like right now, the door from out here, same as in inside, except for you got a 2-inch thickness for your wall. We're at 54 inches. I'm going to take it to 5 feet. So your door will be 5 foot from that corner over, and that's where I'll start the door. And it gives us a little more room for a closet and a washer. I mean the
mini split.
Refrigerator.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you want to go inside?
Yeah. Okay.
$20,000, everybody, for this house. Remember, this is my home. This is where I sleep and reside. 16 foot long. Everything that I've ever needed in a house right now, okay? So, if this, again, I don't need to sell the point of it, I don't think, but for a single person, it's great place to have. All right, so 5 foot from the outside to that door. This door is going to be moved over about 6 inches. And we also can put a mini split up here. We're going to put that line set in the drain and power and everything you need, so you can put a future if you ever want to. You don't ever have to, but if you want, you can order one online. You can mount it yourself if you like. And a condenser will be out on the tongue. This will have a 32-inch shower. So from inside your bathroom to the inside of this wall is 32 inches. When we go to the outside, of course, it's should be technically 34 to the outside of this.
Okay.
All right. So that's what your loft is. We're also going to put let's see how long this countertop is. So the countertop is going to be a 6-foot countertop. So I'm going to add it a little bit longer.
Okay.
All right. So the 6-foot countertop is going to give you about 18 inches from this edge over.
Okay.
And we're going to put a plug right here. Of course, that's your panel box right here.
Yeah.
You can put a refrigerator there if you'd like. You'd have to pull your refrigerator out to get to that. But I'd put my refrigerator over here, closet, if you want it there. I thought it's too close. To me, I don't want anything going closer to my bed. But
and you're gonna eventually have this stove there.
A stove. Too. I don't want anything. Matter of fact, I would probably cut my countertop off there and let it flop down if I'd read it again. But we want to have some countertop. I cooked a meal in here the other night and used a hot plate, and I used this right here. This was nice to have over top of this. Got to have more space, So, but that allows a full cabinet if you want that, if you put your fridge over there, but we will put a plug closer to that end.
Okay.
So you can have a refrigerator there. All right, so the distance for your windows over here, you're looking about, oh, let's just say 12 inches from that wall over, and this is a 3040, which is a 3 foot wide, 4 foot tall window. This one is centered. This one's the same as a foot over.
Okay.
The sill from the floor up, you're looking at about 30 inches off the floor.
He's only part way on it, Dad.
He's ready to take a nap.
Look at
What are you doing on my bed, man?
Where's his bed? I thought his bed, is it underneath?
Yeah, I slid it under here.
Oh, that's a good, see, that's a good hiding place for that.
Yeah, see, I pull his
Look
bed
at there.
out. There's his bed.
There's your bed.
How come you don't get in that bed? Don't get in. All right, what else could I point out? That's a 2030 window.
Yeah.
All right, so this window.
Oh, now I know. Okay, go ahead.
What?
Well, I know they wanted to know. Did you already tell the inside measurements from
Okay, that's
wall
a good
to wall?
idea.
They wanted that.
Yeah. So you're looking at, my goodness. Let me go this way.
Okay.
What do you think, buddy? All right, so it's 93 and almost a ½ inch.
Okay. All right.
Oh, he made it there. You dirty rotten.
And probably what's the height
Well,
here?
all right, so it's the highest back here,
It slopes, don't it?
and it goes to the lowest. I go
Okay.
from 9 foot to 8 foot.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Metal roof, of course, a gutter on the end. We'll have a gutter to collect the water. You can easily go off grid, and we're going to show you how to go off grid on this house.
Okay.
We have the equipment coming in. I've got 2 solar panels on it right now. I'm going to collect my water, batteries. I've got a tankless water heater. You can add that later on if you want to add a tankless. You can do some retrofitting on here because you can.
Now, that's one of the things I wanted to ask. That's what I've forgotten. We had someone call and said, hey, if I wanted to put a loft in, if I wanted to do any remodeling to this ESP home, the steel panel home, afterwards, after I purchase it, what materials do they use? How do you do that? Yeah.
Great question.
I thought it was too.
So let's say you wanted to put a loft above these windows, and that's fine. We use like you can use lumber, you can use steel. You can use the angle iron that we have up here. This is an angle piece. It's only 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, but it's out of a 27 gauge metal, right?
Oh, I see.
You can actually put that gauge metal right along here, right? And now we used our foam panels for a loft. Now, if you're not going to use foam panels,
which they don't have access to.
You're going to have to use wood. I would just fasten me wood, glue it, and screw it into the panels, and that's all you have to do.
Okay.
I've mounted my TV. We've mounted so many things with just some wood and glue.
And just to show that again on the back.
I mean, it's just, that's, not a real heavy TV, but I put some glue behind it. I had some scrap lumber, and so I just grew, and these screws are about 2.5 inches, so all they have to do is go into this metal. They don't have to go into the foam that far at all.
And there's no electrical in the walls.
Nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Now the loft, okay, if you come out, if you use a 2x material, like a 2x thickness tongue and groove that we use, and that's probably hard for regular people to get. We've been getting it because of log homes we built in that. You can span it this way probably 4 or 5 feet. Now if you don't, you're just going to put a piece of plywood up there or something. You might have to come across here with a header and a couple. Anyway, if you're thinking about doing this, you're going to know how to do that anyway.
What about weight? So you put a loft up there. Can somebody sleep up there in the loft?
Yes.
In a wood?
It's just all about mounting that to the wall. If you use glue, like a super glue, an adhesive, and you screw it to there, you're going to be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Probably a quick question that I have is about your stove. How are you going to, what's the deal about that?
I don't want to go through my roof, so I'm going to put a 90 probably right here and go out, and then I'll have my stove mounted there. Still don't know what I'm going to do about my stove because I'm thinking about trading my bed for the same size bed, but put a regular mattress here because I don't really use the sofa that much.
Right.
Like I'm vertical or horizontal.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit much. So the stove end of it, I may have to get a little bit different. I always thought the stove would go here.
Yes.
And then you forced me into putting this TV in here.
There's no way you couldn't have this big TV in here, Randy. I mean, come on.
I know it.
I mean, do you like the do you watch the TV or your phone?
Well, now that I got a TV, I kind of watch it when I'm in here. It is kind of nice.
It is kind of nice, yeah.
So, anyway,
okay.
But the stove for sure is going to get hooked up. You know, I don't know about it being so close to my bed.
I know.
I haven't fired it up.
And, you know, I have a question about the pipe going through it.
Yeah.
How does that
What's your question?
I guess my question is, it getting hot?
Right.
And it going through the panels?
Yeah. Well, it's a metal wall.
Yeah.
It's metal on the outside and inside. All right.
It's got the foam.
And you always make your hole bigger than your pipe.
Oh.
So if I'm going to go through there, I'm going to make a hole that's well bigger, probably 2-3 inches bigger than the actual pipe itself.
Oh, okay.
And then you put a thimble over that.
I see.
That keeps it that size and it goes through.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Now, I'm not going to give anybody an advice of how to put that through.
No,
I don't want to have the liability of saying, oh, he said 2-3 inches. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if you're going to put a wood stove in, have somebody install it for you, or you do your own research, because this right here, of course, as you all know, could be a complete fire hazard. This stove is not meant to be in a house. It's made to be outside.
This particular one, right, correct.
I haven't fired it up, haven't fooled with it yet, haven't done anything. So I just put it in here, and I thought I might do it, but I haven't done it yet. My life is too busy building homes right now, but I do physically live in this house all the time. I shower, bathroom, kitchen, and like I said, I just started cooking in here, because we have a kitchen in the office that I use a lot. Now, I like the loft up here. Of course, that's where I got all my clothes, bins. I bought these bins to show you guys. Well, you have the actual height of that beginning right there is 19 inches in that loft.
Okay.
It goes to about 17 inches back there in the back. A lot more room.
Great for storage.
There's a whole lot more room
on back there.
Yeah, I got stuff stored behind there, but this, this is 32 inches deep, 34 inches deep.
I think you can push that one. I don't think there's nothing behind it. There we go.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more if you want to. I'm totally, right, listen, I know you're going to hate this, totally against clutter. I think stuff you put back there is going to be a hassle. You're going to have a ladder to get up there and crawl back there and all that stuff. I just don't want it. I don't like a loft up there to put more stuff. I'm like, when you go tiny, I just went tiny completely. There's my closet. I got some clothes in here. Any clothes that I need to store, I put them up there. These are my daily clothes.
And you could have a taller fridge there if you wanted to. So it's just what everybody wants to do.
Yeah, you could put a full-size fridge and then put all your stuff up there. That's what I love about these homes. Somebody putting a loft, man, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Put stuff in. You're not going to have that much room. Like at the top of these windows right here, all right, if you put a loft, that's 24 inches to the ceiling in the front. And if you put a loft, let's see here, 24, 25 and a half. So right back there, it's only going to slope about 2 inches. So 19 to 17, which I was right. So you're only going to have 24 inches. Now you've got to add your ledger and your floor.
So and you can't get an egress window there, or what's the sizes of that?
Well, you're not going to sleep up there. I mean, I guess you can sleep anywhere, but this right here, you're going to probably have 21 inches up there at the most. In the front, you'll have 23 back here, that's the height that you will have on this loft.
Well, one of the things that I think that I would do if I was going tiny, try not to make this something it's not. Don't try to make this into a 10 by 30 when it's an 8 by 16.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to cram everything in what you're getting. Just try to work with what you have, you know?
Yeah, that's what they tell me. Randy, just work with what you have.
Just work with what you got.
You're not 6'10", okay? Work with what you got.
Exactly. Work with what you got. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's why I tiny homes are different, and we've seen all kinds of people. We've seen the shows on TV where they talk about preparing people to go tiny.
Yes.
And it's going in their closets and throwing out stuff and all that. And believe me, I've walked into homes out here in our community that when you open a door, you can't take one step in the house because they filled it full of stuff.
Right.
And because they can't depart from all of the stuff they had in a bigger home. And great. If that's how anybody wants to live, that's awesome. Then you go into some people's homes and it looks like nobody lives there.
Yeah.
It's clean as a pin. There's like no clutter whatsoever. So I just suggest this is an 8x16. This is a home that I full-time live in. Now, it's great for Airbnbs, full-time, or even a part-time.
Right.
You know, and it's designed to be as an RV that you can travel up and down the road with it because it's lightweight. It's under 5,000 pounds. And what you got?
And probably, did you measure the cabinets? I just want to make
countertops, you know, they're 35 and a half to the top.
Okay.
And they're 2 foot wide. You know, they're 26 and a half to the out front. We put a backsplash on the back here. So the very front area here is 24 and a half.
And you get what size of cabinets? You get
You get a 24-inch drawer base. Okay, 24-inch drawer base and a 30-inch sink base.
And then what size is your sink?
Kitchen sink. The kitchen sink is a 16 by 14. Yeah.
So I know it's probably what size is the butcher block? I mean your what is that? Your
16 by 14.
Yeah, there you go.
16 by 14.
I was just trying to think of anything measured because we're going to make this the measurement, Incred-I-Box measurement video. So we're going to put the link. Like Amber, if she gets some questions about it, she's just going to send this link to you so you can watch the video. So trying to think of what else. What size is that window? We already know.
So 2030, 2030. Okay. Other ones are 3040.
3040.
Now, all right. Let's say somebody said, hey, I want to put a microwave up here.
Okay.
How am I going to plug it in? I'm not going to run a plug up on that wall.
Right.
All right? Because I have to stop somewhere.
You do.
Somebody wanted a plug back here for a fridge. I think that was a good suggestion. I got a panel box right there. I can put a plug in.
Yeah.
Up here, it's a different story. You got to trim this out. You just don't put a plug and leave it there. It's going to stick out.
Correct.
You don't want it to stick out. It's going to look terrible. Somebody else is not going to want it. So if you want a microwave, either you put it on your counter or you run your cord and you put a shelf here to set it on. Here's your counter. And you've got a plug here. And so we don't need a plug here. You can't put anything here.
No.
So you got 2 receptacles. This light switch will probably be moved over here next time. Operate your lights. I am going to put a plug up here, like I said, for an air conditioner, right? Or a fan in the wintertime.
Now, I have a question. Can you put a ceiling fan up?
Do whatever you want.
Well, I mean, I didn't know how.
I'm not going to.
No, I know we're not going to. No, I'm just saying. Just asking.
You can put a skylight on it. You can, you know, you can do that. Now, if you wanted to, all right, let's say if somebody wanted a ceiling fan. There's electricity behind this trim right here.
Okay.
You're going to cut it out. You're going to put a switch in that. You're going to want to run a wire.
Okay.
Then you're going to run a wire out to your ceiling fan.
Okay.
So it's...
Yeah. It just can be done.
Anything can be done.
Okay.
You can put more windows in. You know, you can put a sliding glass door, knock that out of here. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, let me open these blinds.
I think that covered everything.
Yeah, think about it. Any more dimensions you got to have in here.
Yeah. What size are the blinds?
Now, this light is with a switch.
Yeah.
All right? And that's why, because we don't have an overhead light, the switch is hot back here with a switch.
With the lamp.
The plug is.
And what size are the blinds? We got those at Lowe's.
Yeah, I don't know how long they are.
No, windows, I mean the width.
It fits a 36-inch window. So these are 38 and a half.
Okay. I can't think. I think we've measured everything.
I know.
The door, you already said what size the door was.
Somebody's like, measure this.
Yeah, I know, exactly. What about the door? We did the door?
36-inch door.
36-inch
wait a minute. This one's not. No. This is a 30.
30. Okay.
Now they may come with the 36-inch door. Because we're getting some deals. Not deals. These are hard to come by. 30-inch doors are hard to come by.
Okay.
So we may be increasing the door size on here. The ceiling height, let me give you that, 78 inches.
Measure those real quick, the width of those.
These blinds are 26 and a half.
26 and a half?
Yep.
Okay.
And of course, this does not come with the house. This is a tankless water heater. We install electric water heater.
Okay.
All right. And like we said, we're going to attempt in our new design. We had the water heater under here, the refrigerator in here, and then you lose the closet. So what we're wanting to do is put the electric water heater up here in the loft. With doing that, I've got to lower the ceiling in here.
Yeah.
Probably about 6 inches. Right. A water heater come down about 6 inches right here.
Okay.
It'll be sit back here, so you'll have it come down over, and you'll just have, and this, you can't stand here anyway.
Yes,
you know, because your toilet's in the way.
Oh, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're actually got 3 or 4 getting ready to be under construction because the building's not done, but we've got the, what, 48 some trailers here. We're starting to build all the panels. We're doing the electrical and plumbing changes right now, so
exciting.
Yeah, so we'll be throwing some of these together.
And whenever they start assembling them, because like you said that they're putting them together, I am going to film more because I want to show some of these going together and stuff like that to get everybody all psyched up, because we are anticipating to have these done way sooner than what you thought.
Well, the ones right now go slow, just because we're going to position it.
Sure.
We're getting revved up. And where everything's at, and getting used to the flow, and then by the time the building's done, we get all the panels rolling and coming, and we're collecting all of our, you know, we bought almost all of our trailers.
Yes.
We've collecting all of our panels. That's the biggest thing, is panels come in. They come in because they're salvaged panels. They don't just make these.
Yeah. So
you have to wait for them to come from other factories because they cut the door panels out. So as the doors are being made, these are being made. So there's not something they just, hey, we want 5,000 of them, and they ship them to us. So that's the, you know, we're collecting them now, so there's not a delay when we start. And
we have to stay on getting panels because we can't miss when they have them come in. We need those panels. So.
Yes, pretty much so.
All right. I think it's pretty good. There's nothing... I don't think anything we lack. So we're going to wrap this up as the Incred-I-Box measurements and all the details to the Incred-I-Box video.
$20,000 house, everybody.
Yeah.
And we postponed the $20,000 deal. We were going to increase the price, but I kept that because our building's not done yet. I thought, you know what, why not go ahead. Now, when you buy this, it is just, you know, it's $20,000 to go. We are going to start probably in about, well, we're starting construction now, slowly. Sure. But we will have these homes built, and we're hoping to have, you know, I'm not going to put it out there. We first said 25 in the first 90 days. I know we're going to exceed that, but I wanted to put it out there just to give us some time. Of course, we needed that with our change and delay in the building. So we've extended it until the building is complete. Yeah, which should be about 3 weeks. So you got about 3 weeks maybe until the deal will be done. Yeah. But $20,000 for a house like this, and I live in it. I build tiny homes, and it is super comfortable. And the house is going to increase to $5,000. So you're going to save $5,000 if you get it now between now and 3 weeks. Yeah, but you know what though? I just thought of something. Our contest. Oh yeah, that's right. Exactly. Stop today. Yeah, exactly. It does stop today. That is right. So if you want to participate, and I know we haven't been addressing that. I know. But if you want to participate, if you buy a house, and we'll stop today, you know, by tomorrow morning we'll stop taking orders. If you buy a house today, you're included into the drawing because we're going to give a tiny house away. That's right. The Incred-I-Box. So we're going to take, there's only 80 some people. Those 80 some people's names will go into a bin. I'll pull it out, and you're going to be the winner of a free Incred-I-Box. That's right. All right. That's exciting. I don't know if that got out. I don't know. We've only sold 80 some homes. I mean, this is going to be a quick build for us. We're hoping, and I don't want to promise anything, but we're hoping that I think that we should be able to build 3 or 4 of these a day once we're cranking. Maybe more. We'll see. But if we do, these 86 homes will be built. What is that? 4, 8, 12, 16 to 20 a week. 20, 40, 60, 80. You're looking in about 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks. We're done. We're done building Incred-I-Boxes in about, let's just say 6 weeks after production. So then comes our next move. Your move, Jones. Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoy this. Order one. Come on. It's a good deal. 8 by 16 Incred-I-Box. All right, before I go, Travis, long goodbye. Like me. Travis, long goodbye. Oh, I had a thought in my head. I had a thought, and it made me think. All right, it made me think about, and the only reason I'm putting this out here is I'm just gonna because I want to sell 1,000 of these,
yeah.
right, is because it's such a great deal. If you guys know anybody in your family or anybody, I don't know who's watching this, Lord, it goes to everybody in the world. I don't know if you've thought about it. And most people that have these big fine homes, and you guys are driving your nice cars, and you got solid jobs, and everything's cool, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you that the world, your world, and everybody else's world can stop at a drop of a hat. And I don't want to instill fear, but I just did, didn't I? I'm just saying.
You just get people thinking.
What a great thing to have.
Yeah.
Just to put in the backyard.
To fall back on just in case.
Just for the heck of it.
Or your kids, or your or your
or
parents.
Or a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, somebody you might know that might need help, right? Mm-hmm. People go everywhere in the world and shop for something like this that is able to house someone, yourself or anybody you might know, a loved one. You could put bunk beds in here, put 3 or 4 people if you had to, if you really had to. Believe me, I've done it, and I wished I'd had it sooner. I could have had my 2 boys and me in here, years ago. So just think about it. I got a friend of mine who called me today, and he said, Randy, you know the power grid's getting ready to do this and do that, and I said, you're kidding me. He goes, no. He said, Randy, they've been talking and talking and talking about it. That's the next big thing. I thought, you know what? I know we can go and start talking about how bad everything is in the world and everything, but one thing you got to know, I lived through 08, lost everything, wished I'd had a house. Never dreamed I'd ever had been in that position where I wouldn't have anything to even live in. I think we're all susceptible to how do you say it now?
Susceptible.
Susceptible. I talked to a guy today, he was so articulate in his speech, I thought,
wow.
Why aren't you doing this business instead of me? God, I can't talk like you.
Well, I could answer that, but that'll be another show.
But we're all susceptible to losing everything.
That's right.
You know? Anyway, I hope you don't think I'm trying to put the scares into you for buying a house. I just know that if somebody would expose me to that. You know, when 08 hit, I was watching the movie The Short, and I was watching it, and there were red flags going on 2 years before.
They knew what was going on.
You know, and I know not everybody knew about it. Bankers were denying it and all that stuff. But when you're talking about, and I didn't know enough about money and banking, and I didn't have my head in it. But when you're loaning money to everybody that didn't even need a job, didn't have a job, or didn't have the credit scores, they didn't have the means of income, but they were still getting loans. I mean,
we definitely, just us personally, did not know the extent of it.
How can you, when you're working 7 days a week, the same way I worked here is the same way I worked in the resort. Yeah. So how can you do that when you're building all the time and you got all these personal things going on? You're not got your head in the.
For us over there, though, you know, when you have a resort and there was stuff going on. So you think the bank is looking at you of, well, they're creating income. They have potential out the wazoo. So there was no reason to question it with what was going on with us over there. So, but normal people that we found out later, they wouldn't even ask him for people's incomes. They wouldn't even ask him for if they had a job. It was very criminal. It was absolutely criminal what they were doing.
Yep, it was fraud.
Yeah.
But not knowing that, I still should not have taken the debt on that I did. You know, thinking, oh, we could just. The thing is with us in the United States, we always think it's never going to happen.
Yeah, it's never going to end.
You know, let's just keep going to debt. I've got the means of income, my investments. I'm not upside down, you know, percentage-wise of income, investment money, and all that. And you know what? I've learned better. I knew better then, but money was so easy to get, and so now we pay as we go. I'm glad we do. We don't have the growth that we could. If I took on more debt, we would have way more going on right now than we do. And but it's something we have to do. And I know there's some people that are frustrated that there's not more being done and faster being done, the buildings and everything like that. But it's just what we have to do. So we've taken on a lot of growth, and we're hammering it out. We got plans, and this video is just for this Incred-I-Box, and I got off track here a little bit. But I just wanted to let you know that I think shop around and tell your friends. If you don't want one, tell somebody about this video and say, hey, and this guy's got a $20,000 house. It's a home. Right now, it's warm in here. You got that little heater, I've told you. That's all it heats this whole place. If you don't need air conditioning, open the windows, open the door, put you a screen door on that thing, and now you've got, you don't have to worry about it. The biggest thing is about heat, right? So everything's insulated, the floors.
Right.
And it's a home. It's not made to be an RV to truck up and down the road. It can be. It's roadworthy. It can be done that. You'll have to do a few other things because your milk will fall off the shelf, your glass will bust, and my Instapot will come off. But you've got to do that all on your own. You know, this house does not come with these shelvings, but it comes with the kitchen and the bathroom and everything you need to live in.
Something else that I think maybe someone might ask about a door for the bathroom.
Yeah, there's not a door. I don't put a door on it. You put a curtain. I think you ought to put hippie beads on there.
Yeah, sure. Or put a curtain or something like that.
No, beads, man. A bead.
Or put beads. Yeah, but beads.
You can kind of see, but you can't see. No, but I'm going to put, I actually, you know what? I can tell you, but I'm taking this curtain that you got me.
Yeah.
It's a cloth curtain. I'm going to put it across here.
Oh, that'd be great.
And then I got a shower curtain to go on here.
Yeah.
So it's just
be perfect.
If you guys want to mount a barn door.
Yeah.
You could probably get it right in here between the toilet and the wall.
On the inside.
Yeah. So this wall here is 29 inches.
Oh, that's a good, okay, there's another measurement.
Okay, so this wall is 29 inches. Your opening is 27.
Okay.
All right, so if you wanted to mount it, but you're going to have to put a header up here to mount your bracket.
Okay.
All right. So it's just a whole nother thing. The reason we don't do this is because it's $20,000 house and we can't take the time and the money to build a barn door, the track, and install it and take care of all. It's just another item. So
I would have just a curtain myself.
We're trying to, and this is made for one person to live in. You can have two if you like, but one person in here. Yeah, I don't know if you have a guest. Wrap it up. She said, "Get out of here. Quit talking." Thank you.
You gotta finish your thought.
No, I can't.
Okay, all right. Good.
Everybody, all right. Have a great day. Enjoy this. Come by a house. We'll see you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Come on, buddy. Sleepy.